What is up, people? Let's go. Oh man, oh man. Whoa, what's going on with my stuff? All my links are broken. Oh no, that's weird. That's weird. I don't have any of my things up in the top corners. What's going on? What's going on, thing? As you can also tell, I'm showcasing my hillbilly haircut. Yeah, it's getting long, guys. It's getting long. Okay, but we already took our family Christmas pictures, so that happened, and we'll have some nice long hair in that. Is it updating now? It's not working. That's weird. It's not showing on my screen or whatever. That's crazy. Okay, I'll have to fix it later, I guess. That's weird. All right. Great. Anyway, let me go back to let's get back to the chat. What's up, people? No, this is a very long hair all around in the it's a party all around. It's not just a party in the back. It is a party all around. So yeah. Whew. But I have said I was not going to cut it until 0.9 released, and here we are. So we are hydrated. Hydration check start off. We're ready. Full mullet. I can't even do a mullet because I'd have to cut the front and not the back. Like everything's just going out. You know what I'm saying? Mullet. Oh man. Oh, the Bardic aggravation people are here. I see you guys. Oh, awesome. It's good to see y'all again. It's been a week. We were off for Thanksgiving. I hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. And yeah, it's been some good family time, and now we're here with the DC20 family. You know what I'm saying? The hair is beautiful. Thank you, Louise. I've been good. I have been hammering away now that we're back and going. I have some cool things to show you guys. I don't know. Actually, this would be great if I could pull it up right here. Oh, I do have it. Oh my gosh, I have it. Look at that. Props to Sky having this thing over here that I could show. That's awesome. All right, so I can show this picture. All right, so here's what I'm going to show you guys. This is this was the current state of the union, state of the DC. This is what I showed in the Kickstarter update that I did on the 1st, right? And then here, also here's what we're doing in this live stream, people. We are going to do, I still will be able to answer super chats as far as questions go. It is a Q&A stream. There's no crazy announcements. We've been constantly announcing things. It was the 1st, all the stuff, and it's the 20th DC20. So I got to do a Q&A about DC20. So we're going to do that. Hit that for an hour, and then we're gonna do a big giveaway at the end. I'm gonna do a bigger giveaway than usual. I'm giving out a deluxe package of DC20 with the super limited edition cover and all that kind of stuff, and the whole shebang, if you know what I'm saying. And you can get upgraded to that, or if you don't have one, you get the idea. So 20 for 20. It seems important enough for me to throw out something extra, so that we're gonna throw out something extra. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So we're doing that at the end, and don't answer your questions yet. Get your questions ready. I'm going to show you this, and then we're going to dive right into the questions. And my overlay is broken for super chats to where I can't. There's not the gold in the tracker, but I can still see it on my YouTube thing that I can see as far as tracking that. And then if you super chat, your questions jump to the front of the line as far as the Q&A goes, because I appreciate the support for DC20. Let's go. So this is the screenshot of where we were at the time of when I made the post for the Kickstarter, but it's already out of date. If you can see, there's a lot of pink circles, and the pink circles is the team still needs to work on something. The blue check means I've got it, and the blue circle means they've got it. And then once we have 2 blues, which I guess I'll just show you the full thing now. Here's the colors. Again, the color progression is the only thing you really need to know. Pink, blue, gold, purple, green. Green means go, right? And then this is what it looks like now. Boom. Hey, let's go. So the only pink left is the Spellblade, and that is because the team is talking about a Spellblade rework in a way, but I don't know how much of that's necessarily going to be going through. I think the Spellblade's in a great spot, and we're talking about some stuff. So we'll leave it at that. But yeah, there's that. This is the newest screenshot. And what's nice about this is there's a lot of double blues, and double blues is what we're looking for. Once we have a blue circle and a blue check mark, that means we can take my thoughts and the team's thoughts and mash them together. And that's where we get the golden circles, right? So that's the biggest thing you need to know. So hopefully this time next week, I will be showing you guys a lot of gold in those things, and we'll be over at that over halfway point. Green means they are done, 100% ready to ship. So super freaking awesome. Can we get a percentage of full green check subclasses? Oh, interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I guess, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 out of 39. It's exactly 33%. It's at 1/3. We're 1/3 of the way there as far as that goes. But that's actually still not true, because if we were to say 1/3 of the way there, that means there's been no work done on any of the other ones. And a lot of these are really close to being done. So I would say if I had to put a percentage as far as of subclasses, we're probably at like 65%, right? So we'll see what that looks like. So actually it's better than if 1/3, right? But as far as done, you know what I'm saying? Jeff Jones says, can I has 0.9 now? So nice. So nice. What's been my favorite class to work on? Oh man. Okay. Just looking at these. Gosh, I was talking to somebody today. I was talking to my wife today about this. I think, and this is a really nerdy conversation to have with my wife, who's not that nerdy, but this is what I think. I really think our subclasses could stand and hold their ground side by side compared to D&D. Gosh, I think we've just done such a good job. There's so much flavor. There's so much uniqueness. There's so much mechanics. There's so much empowering to be able to play your class in a cool new way, to be able to take your kit and expand it. God, and the customization to be able to, I don't know. I really think we've knocked it out of the park, and you'll see. That's what I'll say. You'll see, right? The Paragon was a great call. I think it was needed. I think it was needed. Yeah, exactly. And your Barbarian will be Paragon. One of my Barbarians is going to be Paragon. One of my other players, he's a commander. He's also going to be going Paragon, right? So I think the Paragon is it was absolutely needed. If you want to know more about the Paragon, you can check the Kickstarter post update. I go into it a little bit more there. I also went into it a little bit in the last live stream. But it is going to be superb, as Nimgard put it. So yes, thank you guys for support, and thank you guys for understanding that because of the addition of 13 Paragon subclasses, which, by the way, I don't know if I've said this officially, 13 Paragon subclasses. But each of the Paragons have 2 options. So there will be 26 different class talents to be able to choose. So we've essentially doubled things. But anyway, you get the idea, right? So anyway, that's where we're at right there. And let's wait, what is this? Okay, cool. There we go. Let's get into it. Let's open the Q&A. So ask your questions now. Hashtag question. Put a big old hashtag, all caps question. Make it easy for my mods to be able to see and grab them. And we'll start we'll start asking some questions, and I'll start answering some questions with a hydration check. Here we go. Oh. Progress on Commander Paragon. Funny, you said you can't see it on screen. Boop. It's actually gold. So Duskbreaker, that's funny that you, it was just barely off screen. So yeah, Paragon, Commander is one of the players. If you notice, the golden Barbarian is gold and the Commander is gold because 2 of my players at my table are those, and I'm prioritizing that to be able to jump in and play the campaign. Because trust me, everyone would want me to play the higher levels of DC20 and continuing that on. So me starting back up the campaign, actually in the spirit of the big picture of the game, is a pretty important priority for the health of DC20. So yeah, there's that. I didn't want y'all to think that I'm like being selfish with my players or something. So anyway, Dustbreaker, there's that. Thank you for the super chat, Dustbreaker. And then Jekyll Geek with a $10 super chat. Is there any lore you drop on the dragons of the game? Oh, So what was very interesting, I forget exactly how. Oh, that's interesting. There was there in the middle of the campaign, there was a campaign lore drop. So technically, patrons who have been watching the campaign, like the second to last episode before I had to stop it to work on the subclasses, I did a lore drop where one of the players like asked the yes or no question, and it was to this very smart individual, and they just said an answer to a very crazy lore question, and there's 6 dragons. Wait, what? There's 6 prime dragons in DC20. So I'll give you guys the same lore drop that I gave them. There are 6 prime dragons in DC20. What is a prime dragon? What's the difference between a prime dragon and a regular dragon? How do dragons work? There's lots of stuff about dragons. I could do a whole stream about the lore of dragons in DC20, and I think it's going to be awesome. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe that'll be the next, I don't know why okay, there we go. Maybe that'll be the next goal. Once I get this thing back up, if we hit the goal, I'll do the giveaway for the Die Hard dice, and I'll do a dragon lore drop. So heck yeah. Vapora Light, how is the dark vision nerfs coming along? We actually had a huge discussion about dark vision, how it works. And it's in an awesome spot. I could also go down a rabbit hole because there is also 2 other subclasses that are not on this list that are finished, which sounds weird. There is a quick pocket thief scout type of rogue, and there is a shadow sorcerer. Those 2 subclasses are done. They're finished, ready to be played, but they're not in the core rules because 2 of my players are playing it. We finished those, but they did not make the cut into the core rules, but they will be released in a DC20 magazine, probably volume 8. We're on volume 6 or 7. No, we're on volume 6 right now. So it's probably going to be volume 9 is where that's going to come out. But anyway, a little sneak peek there too. So I'm going to talk more about dark vision then, because I don't want to put the cart in front of the horse as far as that goes. But dark vision's in a great spot. Dark vision is strong and unique, right? It matters, and not everyone has it. Like in some other games we're used to playing. So there you go, Vapora. Liam, how many ancestry points do we get at level 4? 2. You get 2 ancestry points at level 4. There you go. And a talent. Whoa, that's crazy. Wheeler. Okay, so Wheeler would always give these $20 super chats, just literally every time, and Wheeler would super chat all the time. Wheeler's crazy. Thank you, Wheeler. And I one time gave him some sass about always doing a $20 super chat, and now his super chats are just random numbers that he probably just throws his hand down on the keyboard and just hits random numbers. We have a $39.93. Oh, there's a little bit of mirroring there. I see you. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Keep the hair growing, you sexy beast. Oh yeah. What if I do this? Y'all? What about this? Hey, so I don't know. I guess DC20's cool. I'm role playing a bit more emo. I mean, it's a cool game, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, I'm constantly like, I'm messing with my hair way more than I ever have. So yeah. Oh, that's crazy. And then actually, no, I don't have it near me. I have, back in high school, I had shaggy hair. I'm talking down to here. Like I had long shaggy hair. So I might have to get some pictures of that, or I might just grow it back out to that, because that's what the point we're getting at. So thank you, Wheeler, for that. Cloud, can Artificer sneak into the game before launch? First time super chat. Thank you, Cloud. So Artificer was a tough call, just like cutting the Paladin out of the core rules and bringing in the Spellblade, just like cutting the Scion from the core rules. Artificer was another one that I really thought about and wanted to bring in, but I love the Artificer. I'm all for it. I think it's a huge W as far as what an Artificer does and brings to the table, but I don't think it should be in the core rules of DC20. And there's a couple of reasons I could elaborate on as far as that goes. There's going to be expansion content that very much fits that type of thing. The Artificer will be released alongside constructs of Warforged type ancestry as well. So there's a whole thing that just screams Artificer. And it also ruins the mirroring of 1 hybrid class and 6 martial and 6 spellcaster classes and all of that balance wise. I really liked as far as that goes. So I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry. Crocodile. What's up, dude? $10 super chat. Sorry, I've missed a few streams, but I wanted to let you know that DC20 charity one shot went great. Yes, everyone loved DC20. We raised over $7,500 for Children's Miracle Network Hospital. Oh my gosh. Oh, purple hearts in the chat for Wait. Karak Day. Wow, dude. That's amazing. The fact that DC20 was able to just be a platform for you to be able to raise that and have some fun, sell. Wow, I just got chills. Oh my gosh, that's so freaking cool to see. I've never thought of that. Gosh. Seeing DC20 being out there enough for somebody with a huge heart to come in there, sweep it up, be like, hey, let's use this to raise some charity, and then have a great fundraiser. You don't get that kind of money if you don't know what you're doing. So props to you, dude. Wow. Huge win right there. That is amazing. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Wow, dude. Oh my gosh, there's so many super chats. Hold up, I gotta get caught up here. Whoa. Thank you guys. An evil man. I love the idea of Paragon subclasses, but would you consider giving each class a unique Paragon name? Seems like a flavor opportunity. Well, so that's I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, an evil man. First of all, love that. I love villains, so I love your name. But the whole thing with them is they are not designed to be a subclass and pigeonholed into being a subclass, like down the middle. You know what I'm saying? Paragon, if you choose a Paragon subclass, it purposely doesn't, and I think shouldn't have a name for it. I will say the talent has a name. Like I'm pulling it up right now for Barbarian. The talent has a name, and there are things within it that have names that give across flavor and all that kind of stuff. But it's not going to be titled like a subclass name. And it's also that way because if we did title it around a subclass where you get something at 3rd, 6th, and 9th level, if we gave it a name like that, then we'd have to have like follow-ups at 6 and 9. And that's not how it works. You just get a class talent at 3rd level and you can spend it on an options of stuff. And then at 6th level, you get another class talent and you can spend it on options of stuff. You can go backwards and pick up something from earlier. You can pick up higher ones. You can go. It's super customizable. So because it's super customizable, I don't think we can name it because a name does technically put more of a box on it, if you know what I'm saying. And Paragon keeps it open. And Paragon is just a sick name, you know what I'm saying? So, and I also think it'll be good for the community to be able to communicate. Whoa. Hello? Uh-oh. Can y'all see me? All right, say, okay, I think I'm okay. Yes, hello, okay. All right. Wow. My computer has been doing this. I got a RAM upgrade, like a memory upgrade, because my memory is maxed out. Everything is maxed out, my computer was crashing, and so I got some more memory, and it crashed during a stream. But apparently not enough to absolutely end the stream, so that's wild. All right. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. Okay, cool. Okay, anyway. Oh, whoa. I can't see. All right, let me see. Can I see it through here? Okay, I can still see the super chats. Oh, I was about to say, it cleared my screen from all the super chats. I was like, I can't read super chats, but I can. We're okay. We're back. I hope that answers your question, evil man. David Ryan, will you ever create a class or subclass that does not have any relationship to existing D&D classes? Would love to see what... we already have, David. We already have. The majority of them aren't, right? So here we go. So we you know what? Here we go. We can even I I think this is a great question to just absolutely even showcase some stuff here. So here we go. So what David's saying right here is create subclasses that aren't a one-to-one relationship to D&D. So the one thing I will say asterisk wise is you can't say, make something that D&D hasn't, and then that now just kill our design space of like, all right, well, make something D&D hasn't. And then like, all right, shoot, they've eaten up all of this landscape of design and now we just can't do it because they did. I don't think that's a good idea. And I'm not saying that's what you're saying, David, but here's a good example. Sorcerer, angelic and draconic. There's no way I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? There's zero chance that I had to do an angel sorcerer. A celestial bloodline sorcerer. I had to. Oh my God, a healer sorcerer. They can choose a divine spell list. It's too perfect to not do that, right? So if you didn't catch on, sorcerers can choose any spell list, divine, primal, or arcane. And the 3 subclasses that were chosen for them is a divine, a primal, and an arcane. The arcane is wild magic, the primal is the dragon, and the divine is the angelic, right? So that's a good example. Now, what I will also say to further along what David said is, and I'm not trying to dump on D&D right now, but I was asked a specific question comparing me to D&D, so I have to say things like this. But put the draconic sorcerer from D&D next to the draconic sorcerer from DC20. Not only are they not even close, but man, oh man, is the dragon sorcerer going. I just think you'll straight up like the DC21 better. I don't know. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to get a big. But I really think we are, even if it's the same, is what I'm trying to say for David's question. Even if it's the same, the design, the mechanics, the flavor is wildly different. You will really see this in the Elemental Fury Barbarian. Oh my gosh, you will see it there. Wow. But yeah, so there's that. So I want to alleviate that concern with that and also kind of push back a little bit by saying I don't think it's fair to DC20 if like, oh, D&D came first, so can't do those subclasses. You know what I'm saying? I think the game would we'd be so much more limited. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, though, Phoenix, brand new, a plant druid that literally shifts into plants and weaponizes plants and be able to fungus and diseases and like a true plant druid. Not something in D&D. A trapper hunter, a monster slayer hunter. Trust me, it's not what you're thinking. If you're thinking that the range, like with a ranger thing, absolutely completely different. Jester bard different. Empath bard different. The way we're doing eloquence and glamour different. Whispers bar. We'll see if the whispers comes out. Different. I don't think there is a true tank like this. There's plenty of tanks you can't even tank really in D&D, but there's just not a sentinel. There's not really a hero, although I guess I could maybe say the samurai is, so maybe you could say something there. The clerics don't even work the same way at all in the first place. Commander's not even in D&D. The monk one is in a way, but again, completely mechanically iterated differently on these two. Both of these are brand new, not in. Well, I guess Swashbuckler is in D&D, but again, mechanically different. Neither of these are in D&D at all. These 3 are in the same way that the sorcerer is, but again, they're going to be mechanically different. Spellblade's not a paladin, so we have so much more room to do stuff with the Spellblade, and I think that's the full breakdown. So there you go. Great question. I did take a bit more time on that question because I think it's a very important and well asked question. So thank you for that, David. Boom. Awesome. Let me get back to it. Okay. So many. I took a week off for Thanksgiving, and now we have so many super chats to get back to. Thank you guys. Emo frat bro. Speaking of, will there be an illicit goods system of sorts? What? An illicit goods system of sorts. I think, are you saying like illegal substances or something like that? There definitely will be mechanics in the Advanced Game Master's Guide for some weird like magical like stuff, like you have some crazy mushrooms or some crazy magical potion that makes it like you could absolutely, there'll be enough mechanics to where you could make some sort of like illicit goods systems. That will absolutely be in the advanced Game Master's Guide. So yeah, you'll be taken care of there, Logan. I see you, Logan. What are you doing? Wheeler, 20 Dungeon Coach gifted memberships, bro. Oh my gosh. Thank you, dude. Wow. Wheeler is swinging. Thank you, dude. And then Cloud, another question. With love. What about just calling Monster Slayer Slayer? Yeah, a lot of these names are not locked in in any means. I think Monster Slayer, especially once you see it, you'll see why the monster needs the word monster needs to be in there because of the mechanics. But I don't want to spoil that just yet. So there's that. And thanks for the and then Andrew Learmonth. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks for the latest bestiary drop on Patreon. So much inspiration. Would definitely recommend others becoming a Patreon member to support DC20. Andrew Learmonth, you literally did a Patreon plug for me as a super chat. That's crazy to even just think about. That's super awesome, dude. I really do appreciate that. One thing I want to, I'll show what. Oh, it's actually right here. Let me pull it up. In fact, in honor of, I'll pull it up, but let me pull it off to the side so we can see it over here, right? Is that going to be good for you guys? Boom. Huh? Hey, look at that. That is an Arctic Chimera. An Arctic Chimera. Look at that. Look at that beast. So yeah, if you did not know, as Andrew beautifully said, DC20 magazine releases on the 1st of every month. Boom, boom, boom. It is expansion type content. Oh my gosh, my stream thing crashed again. Oh my gosh, can you guys still? Okay, all right. I'm gonna assume you guys can still hear me. All right, I just gotta pull out my chat again. All right, we're good. And if not, I'll just be talking to myself. But that's fine. That's fine. I think we're good. What's here? Still here? We still okay. Thank you. We're good. We're good. All right. Wow. Gosh. Okay. So every single at the 1st of the month, it releases DC20 magazine with some supplemental content, playtest material, get some more stuff to you guys. And yeah, it's just a little playground, and it's super awesome. Beta Bestiary, and this is the Arctic Chimera. Super cool. It's a level 4. This is another thing that we can kind of showcase and sneak peek some stuff there. Wait, it's in your video card. Send my video card. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'll talk to my tech guy about that. We can still hear you. It's not crap. Oh, interesting. Okay. So there we go. But yeah, so there's a level 4 creature. It's first level 4 creature ever released. And not only is the Arctic Chimera right here, but there's also an Arctic Chimera template with a snow owl, polar bear, orca, shark, wolf, moose. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm showcasing all the stuff here. So thank you for that, Andrew. I appreciate that. That little vote of confidence and Patreon plug for myself. Thank you for that, dude. And then Brandon, Bardic Aggravation coming in here. Bardic Aggravation is also another DC20 YouTube channel that has been popping up, making a bunch of DC20 content, and they've really loved up DC20. And they are doing 20 Dungeon Coach memberships as a YouTube channel that does DC20 on the 20th live stream of DC20. Whoa. I should have seen this coming if hindsight was 2020. Okay, so next super chat. Thank you, Brandon, for the membership. Thank you, dude. Roll with us DMs. Another DC20 YouTuber. Oh my god. Ran the hunted at a con. Shadow spell duel the PC. Result was a tie. Wild magic surge turned the shadow into a sheep and the PC into a purple dragon. What? Wow. Oh my god, I just got chills. Oh, I got chills that kind of hurt. They're so intense. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, that's nuts. If anyone's played DC20 or knows the rules well enough to follow that, props to you. But that's amazing. That's amazing. And that is why the pieces are laid out the way they are, to set the stage for epic stuff to happen. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that with me, Roll. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Props to Roll with us DMs. Let's go. Wow. Let's go. Sean with a $2 super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Would love to see a DC20 take on the Illrigger. Oh, from Colville. I'd have to look at the ill rigor. Honestly, that type of thing would be something where we would release the core of the classes and all that kind of stuff, and then after we knew like where DC20's core rules were as far as classes and subclasses, I would look at the ill rigor and see if the ill rigor could even be a class, or if it would just be a subclass of something that's already in existence, or if it would just be a talent. You know what I'm saying? So that's really interesting. I know that word from Koval, but I don't know enough about it to be able to speak on it. But I love that thought to be able to kind of like make videos like that in the future of like, hey, here's a cool thing from another game. Let's compare it to DC20, like I used to do with D&D. And so I'm absolutely all on board for that. But awesome. Thank you, Sean. And then Christopher Bronson, will there be a full monster manual bestiary? Absolutely. The second Kickstarter. Why did I make a 2 like this? The second Kickstarter is going to absolutely be a full-blown bestiary. I'm talking 300 monsters and an advanced gameplay guide, which is basically the Game Master's Guide, right? Boom. Absolutely massive. So yes, that is for sure a thing. And it's going to have monsters all over the place, power wise, type wise, create everything. I'm gonna do is have a spreadsheet to make sure it's all, you know what I'm saying? So heck yeah. And then Brandon gifted 20 memberships and then joined himself. Wow, next level. Thank you, dude. And then Felipe Weber, first time super chat. Let's go. Plant Druid should be called Death Bloom Druid. Excuse me. 1 second, please. Let me go write that down. Wait. Okay. So we're just gonna call this. Death Bloom Druid. That's so sick. It's official. It's as official as there you go, Death Bloom. Okay. So yeah, that's freaking sick. I'm not good at naming things. I think I've said this before. I would say I'm a very creative person. I think outside the box. I can come up with mechanics for days. I can think of balancing mechanics and monsters and this and class balance and subclass ideas and rules and all that stuff. Ask me to name an ability. I'm going to call it big hitter. I literally in the Barbarian. Should I show this? All right, here we go. I'm going to do a sneak peek. Just because Felipe here prompted us a sneak peek. I'm going to show you one of the Paragon Barbarian talents right now. This is not official. Okay. But here's the Paragon Barbarian. Unfathomable Strength. Level 3. Paragon Barbarian talent. Titan Grip. You can wield 2-handed weapons using only one hand. Oh, sick. Two-handers, right? And then increase your jump distance by 1, right? I named that Leg Day. Is it going to be called Leg Day whenever it comes time? No, but I am bad at naming things, and my team knows that. And luckily, people on my team aren't bad at naming things, and apparently Felipe is also not bad at naming things. So heck yeah, Felipe. There's that. Leg Day. Leg Day is a great name. Love Leg Day. Okay, shoot, maybe it should be Leg Day. Do you live, bro? Leg Day's now canon. Sean says Illrigger is a paladin sworn to a devil. Oh, absolutely. That would either an Illrigger, based on that comment from Sean, an Illrigger would either already exist in DC20 as a Spellblade plus Warlock already, or just a Warlock that chooses Blackblade, or a subclass of one of the two. You know what I'm saying? So, heck yeah. That's awesome. Y'all like Leg Day apparently, so maybe I'm not bad at naming things, and or maybe y'all are just crazy for liking my weird names. That's funny. Okay, cool. And then back to I'm still trying to get caught up. Indy, first time super chat. Thank you, Indy. Is there any chance that Warlock and Sorcerer would go the way of the Wizard and Cleric? I see what you're saying. I know what you're saying. So Warlock and Sorcerer. With their chance, Warlocks would go the way of the Wizard and Cleric. Technically, the Warlock does, Indy. Just you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you mean Spellblade and Cleric, Indy. because the Spellblade and Cleric have like a list of things. Oh my gosh, it did it again. The stream crashed again, but I know y'all are still there and everything's still fine. I just have to do all this stuff. That's why I'm like looking around like a crazy person. Anyway, this is rough. Okay, we're good. I think we are. I trust it. Okay, cool. We are here. We're still here. Okay, cool. We're good. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys. All right. Anyway, maybe I have too many things running at the same time. I gotta close some stuff, but that's why I got memories in the Anyway, my computer sucks. All right. I don't know if you mean the Spellblade and Cleric, because they do have like this little booster pack of like choices and bundles. You pick 2 type things. I think those are great, but I don't want to overuse them. I think the Wizard does it in a very great way where you get to pick a spell school and you can do that. I also think the Warlock does it in a very great way. And I would push back a little bit on what Indy said there. And I think the Warlock should be in that with them, because the Warlock, keep in mind, you get to pick your spells. You get to pick your spell schools as a Warlock as far as what spells you learn. That's going to be huge in 0.10 whenever the spells are released, right? And the Warlock gets to pick their pact. And I think there's going to be another pact release for level 1 as well. But that's going to be huge. I think the Warlock's in that boat too. The Sorcerer has 3 options, not as many. So I can see that. I just don't think that there needs to be a ton of options at level 1. That's one design choice I do believe in. I don't want there to be like, okay, choose a class. And once you've chosen your class, now choose for like first time players. I just don't want there to be too many, because DC20 already gives you so much customization, especially when it comes to Ancestry. You're already going to be different, and how you play the game and all that stuff. So anyway, let me get caught up in some of these. I'm really going to try and go through some of these super chats, get caught up. My goodness, you guys are crazy tonight. Thank you. Liam DePilla, future subclasses. Mimic at every subclass level to gain a new multi-class talent. Future subclass, Mimic. Oh, at every subclass level, gain a multi-class talent. Generalist, at every subclass level, gain a general talent. Thoughts? In general, I want to stay away from that right now, because I just see that as being a variant rule. If enough people think that they want to do that, or I just see that as people homebrewing that to be like, okay, yeah, level 3, you just get a talent. And I also think DC20 is strong enough in its foundation, in its framework, and in its design, and that what we as the team are also trying to do. I think DC20 would be strong enough for you to easily say for Dungeon Masters to be able to be like, hey, yeah, you can just take a talent and spend it. You have a talent, spend it wherever you want. And they could go pick up other things, right? And we would just be able to play a very customized class. I think that's going to just be a variant rule that happens. I don't know if it's going to be officially published as like a variant rule, but yeah, I don't want to get into that now, because I want people to play test the things that we have now and the structures that we have now. And then we can open up that structure later. So heck yeah. And then unauthorized content, just super chatted. It didn't even say nothing. Appreciate you, unauthorized content. You just didn't even say, I hope you didn't try to say something and then couldn't say something. I feel bad now, but thank you, unauthorized content. Or maybe since you're unauthorized content, maybe you did say something, but then it was unauthorized. I should hydration now. I'm sorry. Okay. Jeremy Winters. Hey, coach, trying to build my world with the DC20 as a primary system in mind. Whoa, let's go. Just wanted to know how powerful magic would be in DC20. Would it have 5e level 9 spells? Yeah. So, that's a big question. Here's what I'll say as best I can with where we're at right now for you, Jeremy. Y'all are just trying to get me to accidentally say more stuff. I see what y'all are doing, Jeremy. All right. So, I think DC20 will have high level spells that push the game in big ways, but they will also have things in place to not have them just break the game as early as it does in DC20 or in D&D, because magic, it falls apart at like 11th level and you get access to 6th level spells and it starts to just, the wheels start to fall off, right? I don't want that to happen. And I also think things that we can accomplish that with is like combo spellcasting type of things, where mana limit restrictions, and we can create a spell that has a higher mana requirement and you need actual literal multiple people to be able to cast it. That is a good way to kind of bar things off and all that kind of stuff, right? So there will be powerful magic in that way, but there's going to be more structure and maybe call it hoops to jump through to keep things balanced so that people can just be like, I could teleport anywhere in the world now. I can just put a force field and nobody can do anything. All the spells just get funky, right? I hope that helps, Jeremy. This is the best I can say right now. I'm sorry. And then Dustbreaker, 400 people in the chat. By the way, hydration check. Thank you. Huh. I've been hydrating when I do dad jokes. I've been hydrating on dad jokes. And yeah, 400 people in chat. We came back strong tonight, y'all. We came back strong tonight. Lots of ways. Thank you. And I see the penguin. I see you, Dustbreaker. Will the bestiary include on how to design monsters like Griffith? Oh my gosh. I just remembered. Oh my gosh. I just remembered right now. Hold up. I have a Christmas present to give backers. I gotta make a note to myself. Christmas chaos backer gift, right? I gotta make a note to myself to remind myself about that. Thank you. And I will say the thing that prompted me to remember that was the penguin emoji. That's all I'm going to say. Vapor Light, will the bestiary include on how to design monster like Griffin's Monster Maker? His rules is detailed so you can create monsters based on their role. Wait, what? Include designs monsters like Griffin's Monster Maker. Oh yeah. So the bestiary is not just going to be, oh, here's a bunch of monsters. It's absolutely going to be how to build a monster, how to change a monster, how to scale it up, how to scale it down, how to add draconic features to it, how to add undead features to it, how to blah, right? Absolutely. It's going to do a better job of preparing game masters to be able to play the game in the way we all know that we do, because a lot of times you don't just straight up use it right out of the book. So there you go. I know myself personally, I have never ran a D&D monster out of the book straight up as is. I lied. I did it once and I never did it again. It was a Fomorian and it was lame as hell. I don't know. I used its abilities and then it died. And I was like, man, all right. So I use them as inspiration. I might add to it, but that's that. I want to be able to empower people to be able to do those things and make it very easy to do so. So yeah, you'll be taken care of in that way for sure. And then Joseph Blosser, in preparation for 0.10 spells, why don't you open some channels in Discord to allow community to offer up some spells? Post a form of questions that need to be invoiced and post a format. Oh, I see what you're saying. That's a cool idea. I'm going to make a note of that too. I'm going to make a note. Oh, that's wrong. There it is. I'm going to make a note for that too. Discord spells forum. Yeah, I did not put a spells forum right now because there was not, like, spells are just the subclasses, and spells are the most gigantic things that I really want to finish for DC20. And then everything else is like, polishing off all the rest of it. Those are just huge to me. So that's why it wasn't there, because we don't have it, but it's a great idea. I like that. Thank you, Joseph. And then Gabriel Dixon, summoning creatures is near and dear to my heart. Any thoughts on future summoning spells in DC20 and how to make them powerful but not overpowered? Gabriel Dixon, there is a summoner class in DC20. We are also, this might be a little sneak peek here, we are going to be working on and developing that summoner's class to be able to make sure that these summoning spells are in line so that all of that works together. So summoning spells are going to be a very huge thing. One, because there's an entire class that revolves around it, and two, there's going to be spells that summon things, right? So yes, ultimately, I guess my biggest, showing my hand a little bit, the biggest thing is you're not going to be able to summon like 8 things at once. It's wild, right? You're going to be able to summon a stat block of a thing, maybe 2, maybe 3, but 2. And then you can flavor them to be swarm stat blocks, which might be a whole nother thing we open up. But then it'd be like, oh, it's a bunch of things, and they move around together as a group. Because, dear God, I do not want 8 things flying around the battlefield with these overpowered things and polymorphing people into T-Rexes. Oh, gosh. So yeah. I also think, as a side tangent, the way that DC. Oh, this is a big tangent. I really shouldn't. Okay. Big sneak peek concept. Druid's Wild Form. If you like DC20's Druid's Wild Form concept, DC20 went the route of, hey, you want to wild shape into a beast? Here's what you get. And you get some features to be able to shift into different types of creatures. And you can build your own creature from this list, right? And that's how you do it. What we also will have, and this might be news to some of you guys, we are also in the core rulebook right after the Druid class, like literally butted up right after it, is going to be multiple, like 8 or more examples of beasts that have been made for you so that you can have like, I want to do a bear. Here's how you would do that. You could pick this talent and that talent, or you could just say it's a lion, or you could, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be example stat blocks for you, but the format of DC20 is build your own, right? Familiars, summon familiar. It's build your own. So it's not possible to be broken, because in D&D, druids and summoning and breaks of what Gabriel's worried about, because they don't have a system to do it. They just point to beasts, which I think is bad. I don't think that's good. Druids in Dungeons and Dragons, whenever they shapeshift, whenever they go and use their beast wild shape, when they wild shape, they go to the monster manual and choose a beast stat block from it, and then they turn into that. I think that's insane. From a design standpoint, that's wild. Because then, now when I make monsters, when I'm over here in Dungeon Master hat mode, I'm in Game Master mode, and I'm making monsters, I have to worry about player characters turning in, like, no way. So that across the board, I think will solve things based on the foundation of DC20's design principles. Long rant there. So there you go, Gabriel. And then Ken, will 0.9 flush out level 4 and 8 ancestry talent gain? Is it a number of points, any single trait, or some other method? So yeah, 0.9 will talk about level 4, you get 2 ancestry points. And at level 8, at level 7. Level 8 is your class capstone. Level 7, you also get 2 more. So level 4 and 7, you get 2 ancestry points and a class talent, a talent, a regular talent. Just do whatever you want with it. That's how that works. In general, that's where it's at right now. At level 7, it might be 3 ancestry points, but probably just 2. So there's that. I hope that helps Ken. And then Jeremy Grimes, is a magic item crafting coming to Advanced Game Master Guide? Is AGG going to be necessary for GMs who can expect going to be necessary for Game Master? Oh, so what can we expect? It's going to be essentially what I wish I had when I started running games. There's going to be tables in there. There's going to be ways to expand and change the rules of the game. It's going to be Alkandar's Almanac. Alkandar's Almanac, what I did for Dungeons and Dragons to be able to take the game and put it in a direction, add more gritty rules to be able to make it harder, add nicer rules to make it easy, whatever you want to do, customize it and how you want to do it, that's going to be in there. Tools on how to build a game out, how to run a game, how to set like advice and tips on running skill challenges in a way for DC20, running out an adventure, like an adventuring arc, a whole arc of how to do all that. That is what I want the Game Master's Guide to be. So do you need it if you already are good at adapting games? And if you've been doing that with Dungeons and Dragons, you could already do that with DC20. You'd probably be fine in that aspect. But I want the Game Master's Guide, the Advanced Game Master's Guide, to be a very big tool and a very useful tool, and something that other YouTubers, other game masters go to as this is a great source for, you know what I'm saying? Because I cannot tell you a single time where I've ever went over, I don't even know where the Dungeons and Dragons Dungeon Master's Guide is. I don't think I have ever gone to that book as a resource to help me with something. I read through it once, maybe twice, but it's not been helpful in that ways past that. And I want DC20s to be. So there's that. And then, so thank you, Jeremy. Nora makes sounds. First time super chat. Love the name. Do you have any advice for game masters moving their campaigns from D&D 5th edition to DC20, and furthermore, introducing new players to the game in general? So, Nora, I'm not just plugging this for the sake. It is on the website right now. I think it's $5. It is a full-blown one-shot that is designed to be, here is DC20 on a silver platter. You could run the entire adventure in an hour and a half. There's a combat, there's a skill challenge, there's a trap. All ran in different game mode structures as far as rules are shown, showing the big picture of what DC20 can be in a big cinematic wham bam in your face, and boom, done. You could sit players down, make characters in an hour, teach them the game. Really, in an hour and a half, you could make characters and teach them the game as far as the basics that they would need to know before actually playing. And then you just play. So I think that's a really great way to show new players. And then moving things over from D&D to 5e, I would say looking at the current monsters. See, this is a long question, and I could do a whole stream. I really probably, honestly, maybe I should. I'm going to do a poll. I'm going to poll the patrons and see if I should do like a monster building stream. Like if I should just do a stream where I'm like, all right, let's convert a monster from D&D to, let's just do it. Let's just do it live. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we do something like that. I think that would probably be the best way to do it. But how I would do it, because I did it kind of in my Curse of Strahd campaign, is you have the monsters, you know how much health they have to have, and as you get a better pulse check of running DC20, you know how much the health they should have there. Then you just have the DC20, you DC20ify it with action points. And I have not struggled in the least to convert things from D&D over to DC20. It's been so simple. But I have to focus on making the game first to be able to then make the supplements to like convert, right? Because I don't want to make a guide to convert something to a game that's not done yet. But I really want to make that for people like Nora that are doing exactly that. So thanks for that, Nora. I hope that helps. Pete, hold up. Oh, I just almost knocked over all these drinks. Pete, how about a pact-less warlock, where their entity is banished or destroyed and its warlocks become agents of decay? Makes an interesting monster type at least. That's super cool. And you can absolutely do that in DC20. And you could do that through the Paragon Warlock. Paragon Warlocks. That absolutely could be a thing. That's super cool. You can just choose Paragon Warlock. You don't even know what your patron is. You have these powers. You have a pact, but with what? It's ancient. It's gone. It's not. You don't even have one. You know. You could. That's really cool, Pete. It's really cool, Pete. Samir, will the Paragon subclass talents be available to other members of the base class with their normal talent choices? Yes. So the Paragon subclass talents are going to be class talents with a level 3 restriction, right? So let's say you level up even higher, you could go back and get those. You know what I'm saying? So you could go back and get those. So good example. So the barbarian thing I just showed you, the Titan's grip thing, the dual wielding two-handers. If you want to get that, let's say there's two barbarians in the same party. There's the elemental barbarian and there's the paragon barbarian. So at level 2, they went and did something. At level 2, the paragon barbarian is not a paragon yet. Keep in mind, they have not chosen a subclass yet. The wild guy here we go. Barbarian A is elemental, and they flavor it from the jump. They are going to be a raging elemental barbarian. And then the other one is going to be a true barbarian, paragon barbarian, right? At level 2, that true barbarian is probably going to pick a barbarian class talent. He's probably going to pick a level 2 barbarian class talent. Probably. The elemental one, I'm going to go over to sorcerer. I'm going to pick overload so I can rage and overload at the same time. Whoa, what are you doing, man? Sure. Awesome. Now they level up to level 3. The elemental barbarian chooses the elemental fury subclass. He's set, locked and loaded. The paragon barbarian chooses Titan's grip, and he gets the strength and the jump distance and the Titan's grip, and he has that. And right now he is dual wielding two-handers. Oh my gosh, right? And then they level up to level 4. At level 4, you get a class talent, right? The Paragon Barbarian now has a talent to spend on whatever he wants to go do. He could do another Barbarian talent. He could just stay in Barbarian. He could whatever he wants to do. The Elemental Barbarian could go spend a talent and pick up a level 3 subclass Barbarian type of thing. So the Paragon Barbarian, it's not like blocking off and limiting things. The Paragon Barbarian is giving barbarians an ability and chance to just stay as a barbarian and not take wild swings with elements or spirits or angels or devils or dragons or whatever. It's straight down the middle of your class, true and blue class, right? And it gives you more freedom and flexibility to use those talents on other things. And they can go do whatever they want because they already have Titan's Grip. They got it earlier. They got it first. And yeah, you get the idea. So I hope that makes sense. And then Liam, when it comes to 5e conversion guide, would it be cool to release and put parts through the DC20 magazine issue converting monsters, the issue converting items? We've kind of been doing that, Liam. We have the magic item. The second issue of the DC20 magazine is a magic item creation. It's an entire kit of how to make magic items, right? So a monster version of that is kind of already what the monster starter pack is for what's already been released through the Kickstarter and also on the website. Also, all of these things, DC20.com, DC20.com, and go to PDFs, and all these things are right there. All these different things for DC20. And then Rex Room. I can't wait for Christmas when I get the level 20 Dragonborn Penguin Death Knight Lich NPC. It's really going to change the game. Wow. Level 20 Dragonborn Penguin Death Knight Lich NPC. Rex Room. You are 1/4 correct. That's all I'm going to say. Ryan Combs. Will we get the summoner in the magazine? Yes. Whoa. So Ryan Combs, I said yes too soon. Will we get the summoner in the DC20 magazine? Yes. When 0.10 releases? No. But maybe around that time. We'll see about that. But yeah, they will not be released in tandem in that way. I see what you did there. But you almost got me. Benny Tubbles. Yeah, Benny Tubbles, been playing with DC20 on Foundry. Bailey, Wiki, and the team are killing it. Any update on Demiplane? Demiplane, I don't want to put people in like hot water because I don't want to say what they've told me as like their estimate for how long it'll take them to make a thing, and then them be late or something, and then now they get heat from the community or something because then I don't know if they've told me their estimate in confidence or if they're okay with me saying it. So right now I'm just going to say it's somewhat soon. We had 2 different meetings before Thanksgiving. We've signed, all the contracts have been signed. I have paid them all the things I need to pay them to get everything rolling, and they have a full-blown team on it, and their team is legit. In the meetings and the call, there's this one guy and he's like, hey, so like this mechanic in this rule interacts with this mechanic in this rule. And I'm like, oh, you know your stuff, baby. Oh, you're not even on my team and you know the game. All right. And we'll talk. And it's wild for me. Like I talk to my own team members about DC20 all the time, and we understand each other. It's like we're speaking another language of like this inside the matrix of DC20. And we're talking about all these interactions and stuff. And I felt that with him from Demiplane. I was like, okay, all right. This is weird to talk to someone with this deep of level of DC20. You've been studying, dude. So Demiplane, they're bringing it. They're bringing it. But yes, Bailey Wiki is killing it. Foundry is leading the way as far as BTTs are concerned. They've been absolutely killing it. So yeah, head of the game. Jeremy Grimes, what book is the magic item crafting going to be? What book is the magic? Advanced gameplay guide. Advanced game guide is going to be the magic item crafting system, because that's not like, I think it's going to start to become very intuitive. What is a core rule and what is an advanced gameplay guide? You know what I'm saying? That's for sure an advanced gameplay guide, because you don't need that to be able to play the game. That's what game masters would want, to be able to make things for the game that people are playing, right? So yeah. And then D&D Geek, a member for 28 months. Look at you, D&D Geek, a member for 28 months. Props, dude. Thank you for that. Rose Nebula, any more hybrid classes planned? How will they synergize with Martial and Mystical Fantasies? Yes. The Cyborn is now a hybrid class. Volume 1 of the DC20 magazine. The Cyborn, Cyborn, the Scion, Cyborn ancestry is also part of the, anyway. The Scion is a hybrid. And there are possibly 2 other hybrids that are on the docket right now. Summoner being one of them, maybe, possibly. And then Michael Warren. So my group hasn't played DC20 since Pathfinder 1E, and we recently went into DC20 and found the PHB daunting. Is it going to be reformatted on release? Oh, yeah. So, Michael, that is a great point. It is absolutely on the docket for DC20's structure to be changed completely. Right now, it is structured in the point of both game masters and players. Hey, here's how DC20 works. It is very much heavily being talked about and is on the docket, not right now because we need to focus on other things, but is absolutely on the docket once the game is in a really good spot so we see all the pieces to reorder them in a way that is absolutely user-friendly to players, to character creation. Shoop. And then we can talk about some of the rule stuff. Yeah. Sean, how do I convince a 3.5e purist who hasn't read a new rule set in 20 years to give DC20 a chance and convert our game to that? Honestly, I would say, here's what I would do. If I'm going to be Sean. I'm going to talk to your friend. I would say his name's your friend, Sean. Your friend's name is going to be Johnny for the sake of this. Johnny, dude. All right, Johnny, what are your favorite rules? What are your favorite? No. I'm gonna get in Johnny's head. What are your least favorite rules about 3.5? What are things that you just don't like? And what are three rules you don't like? And what are 3 rules you do like? Maybe it's how movement works. Maybe it's how leveling up works. Maybe it's how downtime works. Maybe it's how, you know what I'm saying, resting works. Whatever. Tell me 3 bads and 3 goods. Let me know. Just keep it simple. And then, when he answers you, do this through text messages, all right? When he answers you, you then do a side-by-side of specifically showing him what matters to him most, the important ones, and and then you'll be able to speak to what matters to him most, and then actually be like, oh, wow, interesting. So, that's how it works? Oh, so it's similar there? Oh, so it's better there? Oh, interesting, right? And then that'll be a good sense of what's going on. And then I would just help teach him the rules or have him ask a question about it. Tell me a section of the rules and I'll tell you how it works. Right. So just make it easy, reduce the barrier for entry for him by being like, well, how's the action points work? Because how does action economy work? Well, there's action points and it's actually, interesting. And then Corey Wardron. And then we're already 9:30. That's crazy, guys. 434 people in here. 9:30 already hit. We're doing a huge giveaway. So as I answer this last super chat that I've finally gotten caught up now, everybody hit me, say something in the chat, say an emoji, say anything you want, really. Be nice. But Nightbot has to know you're here. You got to say something. And then I'm going to do a giveaway for a deluxe DC20 Kickstarter bundle. It's the 20th live stream of DC20. After the beta's release. So let's do it. So hit it up, and then I can also see, yeah, okay, cool. Here we go. And I'm gonna answer this question. Corey Waldron, will there be class agnostic subclasses, kind of like archetypes in Pathfinder 2? Corey, I will say this. We have one of my design pillars in DC20 that the team knows is if we make a subclass and after making that subclass, none of its mechanics interact with a class feature from a class, that is now a global subclass. We're going to say global for the sake of this, right? A global subclass. Anyone can take. Oh my God, that's crazy. We accidentally did that once already with specifically the hunter, the Monster Slayer Hunter. We have then since reworked it and done some things and made it actually stick to the class. But it is on the docket to have subclasses that are more agnostic. Now, is it absolutely agnostic? I don't know, but it might be like, okay, champions, commanders, barbarians, rogues, and hunters can do, monks can do, barbarians can do this. If a martial class can do that, we might have something like that. But I'm purposely not putting that into 0.9 or anything like that. That's going to be probably a 0.13. Oh my God, my stream crashed again. That's so frustrating. I'm going to text my tech guy right after this. Oh my gosh. Okay, but we're still back and we're still good and we're all still here. Okay, cool. And y'all are still here. Thank you. All right. So with that being said, let's do it. We are doing the giveaway. Winner, chicken dinner. I always say that every time. Boom. Who is it? Nightbot? Please tell me you're here. Oh, it is. Let's do it. Nightbot. Nightbot. And the winner is, oh my God, Brandon from Bardic Aggravation. Brandon from Bardic Aggravation started the stream off with some love. And now we're ending the stream off with some love reciprocating back. Let's go, Brandon. Wow. Wow, dude. Let's go, Brandon. So that's freaking sick. So Bardic Aggravation. Here's what's going to happen. Here's what's going to happen, Bardic Aggravation. So I'm going to get in touch with Bardic Aggravation, right? Specifically Brandon, because Brandon's the one that won. Okay. Bardic Aggravation is a YouTube channel. Check out Bardic Aggravation. You've also won a plug, which I already plugged you before this. But Bardic Aggravation makes some DC20 stuff. They're a YouTube channel. I am going to give you this, and whatever you do with it, I don't know. You already have. I'm going to see what you have and the Kickstarter and backing and whatever types of things. But since you're a YouTube channel, I'm also going to give you a giveaway to give away on your YouTube channel, right? So we're just going to give back to the community again, right? So it's like DC20 YouTubeception, right? So Brandon will win what Brandon gets, and I'm going to make sure Brandon's taken care of and he has all the stuff. He doesn't feel bad like he has to give it away to somebody. So Brandon, how about this? Brandon's going to get his reward because he's Brandon. But then Bardic Aggravation, the YouTube channel, the entity, the channel, is going to get a copy of DC20, a copy of DC20, the normal stuff, a copy of DC20 and all future updates to DC20 to the final release of the game, and the Monster Starter Pack. Both of those bundle of PDFs I am going to give to Bardic Aggravation, the YouTube channel, to do a giveaway on their YouTube channel. So how about that? That's freaking cool, right? That's freaking cool. Isn't that cool? Let's go. Let's go. Any word on the Roll20 integration? That is technically Demiplane, and Demiplane is Roll20. So once DC20 gets onto Demiplane, we are technically backdoored into Roll20, and then that happens. But that's a whole thing between those Roll20 and Demiplane being able to talk to each other. But that should be the Demiplane thing should be coming soon. But then I don't know what's going on behind the scenes as far as Demiplane and Roll20. There we go. So spreading the love in DC20. What a perfect winner. What a perfect winner and a perfect DC20 YouTubeception thing for the 20th live stream. That's awesome. Freaking Brandon, we already have a contact. Email me, Brandon. We'll talk and we'll get it all set up, and freaking cool, guys. Stay tuned. So next stream number 21. And actually, you know what? Maybe the next live stream, now that we've had the 20th live stream, we've celebrated. Now, I think next live stream, I should show one of the subclasses. Huh? What about that? Next live stream, I'm going to show a for real fully finished subclass of DC20. I think that will be a subclass showcase, dare I say. And if you want to see these subclasses be made, like behind the scenes and like in the kitchen, every week I do a patron only live stream and we make DC20, and I actually do sneak peek some of the stuff, and some of the people have already seen some stuff because they saw it kind of be made in the process of different phases of development and stuff. So if that sounds interesting, check that out too. So anyway, what a great stream, guys. What a great freaking stream. What a great Portal Wizard. You want to see Portal Wizard? David, you're going to be mind blown. I can't wait to play a Portal Wizard, but I'm a forever GM, so I'll have to make an NPC that's a Portal Wizard. So heck yeah. So there we go. That is it. That's everything. Fun to be back, y'all. Can't wait to see y'all next week. Stay creative. Think outside the box. Peace.